What's going on, folks? It is KspadeTheProspect. I'm back today to check out this NBA 2K17 Prelude trailer that just blew the internet up today. By the time I got to my phone, my timeline was on fire. The TMM group chat was on fire. Everybody was like, Spade, 2K been listening? They hear what we saying, fam, and I think this is our year. So I'm like, hold on before y'all, before y'all go too far. Let me check this out and see what's going on. What I saw, I like. Of course, we don't have all the answers. It is a teaser, y'all. People saying like, they not telling us this, that. They not supposed to tell you everything. It's a teaser. Just hang in there. But we still get a chance to try to figure out more than they told us. And that's what I'm going to try to do. I might be wrong on some of it. Probably not, though, because your boy kind of smart. And if I am, hopefully y'all will help me out. Between your brain and my brain and his brain, hopefully we can figure this out, okay? Let's get into it. Let's go. September 16th. We already knew that. That's when it comes out. And on September 9th, and that's a Friday too, so if you in school, just be in the bus yard after school. Get your ass on the bus, go home so we can rock. Let me stop right here. The ultimate sports RPG. Now, when I think RPGs or role-playing games, I think about games that give you choices, maybe even difficult choices to make along the way that'll impact the final story that you're playing through. I don't know if this is what they're saying, but this is kind of how I read into it. I wonder if the cutscenes, instead of just being like a yes or no, I wonder if the answers that you give in these cutscenes are gonna vary and change or impact the final story in the game. If so, that's dope. Now, I don't want to just, I don't want to jump off the cliff. Maybe I'm reading too far into that, but never before have I heard 2K compare their game or classify their game as an RPG. So if they went out of their way to put that in there, that's kind of what I'm feeling. Maybe we get a chance to impact our own story for the first time. To actually impact the story sounds dope. 2K, +1 for y'all. Let's get back into it. Choose your position. Now check this out right here. Let me go back. Like style presets as compared to current NBA players. I like this. It's borrowed from NBA Live. Let's keep it a bean, but I like it. Now the one thing that threw me for a loop right here, I was looking at the different presets that was already there. You got Russell Westbrook, 6'3", all-around superstar. Steph Curry, 6'3", all-around superstar. Kind of make you wonder why they both had to be represented. So that, to me, it speaks to the fact that you can be an all-around superstar and still be different. And I like that because the one thing 2K has lacked over these last few years is parity. Everybody's kind of been the same, right? Last year I was a 2-guard with brick wall and the rebounding, tenacious rebounder, all that kind of stuff. I was a 2-guard with that stuff. So I want parity. I want, when I play online, I don't want you to be me. And I don't want to be you. I want you to be you. And I want me to be me. Let's go to the shooting guard. Shooting guard the same way. James Harden, 6'5", offensive superstar shooting guard. DeRozan, 6'7", offensive superstar shooting guard. Now, clearly the difference there is it's a height difference. 6'7", Jimmy Butler, 6'7", Klay Thompson, they both are two-way star shooting guards. Side tangent, y'all know I'm a James Harden fan. Every chance I get James Harden a compliment. Notice that Klay Thompson thing say star and James Harden say superstar. All right, let's keep it moving. Small forward. Now this one right here is going to be a big one, man, because small forward has been that position that's kind of been, I don't want to say abused, but once upon a time, man, the park was small forward university. That's all that used to hang out there, man. So I want to see the parity here more than anywhere. So check this out. We got Paul George, a two-way star. You got Kevin Durant, a scoring machine. Now, I like that. I kind of wonder why that preset wasn't there for shooting guard like James Harden, scoring machine. I don't know. I'm just saying. You got the all-around superstar in LeBron James, and you got the two-way superstar in Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi is a two-way star, don't get me wrong. I would have almost expected some type of defensive anchor or something like that. I don't know. Power forward. Let's go back and check out power forward because this thing here is kind of crazy. They got Blake Griffin listed as an elite low post star. I like what I'm seeing here though. None of these guys right here had the same preset. Inside outside star for LA, two-way superstar for the Brow, all-around superstar for Draymond. We're going to go ahead to center. Center is weird for me. Define your play style. This one right here I feel like is very important. Let me go back. And I like that they brought back caps. Thank you, 2K. Y'all been listening to somebody. Probably wasn't me, but I don't really care who as long as they saying what I want to see. The first play type they show us here is a slasher. You can see his caps. If you could build a unstoppable beast, you would max 25 layers at each attribute category, but you can't do that because it's caps, which I like. The caps seem to be capped at 150. So you get 150 unlocks, upgrades if you want to call it that. You spend it wherever you want to spend it. The slasher, he can only max out layup and dunk as well as agility. Sounds about right. His shooting off the dribble isn't horrible though, so I mean he can shoot. Let's get into upgradable badges. Even though, you know, we've been spoiled, everybody's gonna want every badge, I think it makes the gameplay more genuine, more authentic, especially for us Pro-Am players. You're gonna have to really build a team. Let's talk about these badges. Relentless Finisher, self-explanatory. Posterizer, Lob City Finisher, Teardropper, I like that. One Man Fast Break. This dude right here seems like a park player. Sorry, that's just what it seemed like to your boy. Don't sue me. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Shot Creator. Shot Creator looks impressive. His shooting off the dribble can max out. That's the only thing that he can max, but agility can get pretty high, as well as layup and dunks. His upgradable badges, difficult shots. I'll take some of that. Teardropper, tireless scorer, ankle breaker, mid-range deadeye. For the first time since Deadeye was introduced to us, they're gonna split it into two tiers, a mid-range Deadeye and a long-range Deadeye. I like that. But keep in mind when you're looking at these caps, all of these caps are for small forwards. They didn't show any other position. I think that's pretty important as well, because like I said, man, small forward has been that position that kind of got abused. And 2K made a effort to kind of make people, discourage people from picking small forward. So I expect the small forward caps to be more strict than any other position. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm justified in thinking that way, maybe I'm not. The next one is Sharpshooter. If I was a small forward, this is probably what I would be. Maxed out mid-range shooting, maxed out three-point shooting. Some other things are okay. Layup and dunk, pretty much non-existent. His upgradable badges, deep range Deadeye, limitless range, the return of catch and shoot, corner specialist, and mid-range Deadeye. That's me. All right, point forward. This one right here, first name that comes to mind would be LeBron, but you know LeBron can do so much more than my players to be able to do. When you look into this guy can max out his agility as well as his playmaking. Nothing else can max out. Everything is pretty decent except for post scoring, strength, and rebounding. If rebounding is anything like it's been in previous years, don't pay too much attention to rebounding. If you box out well, you got good position, and you know how to time the jump button, you're going to get some boards, fam. You really don't, you don't need that. Unless they changed it this year, you really don't need it. Upgradable badges, Dimer, ankle breaker, pick and roll maestro, flashy passer, Lob City passer. I like that guy. Yeah, alright. Lockdown defender is one that I feel like is going to be pretty important for the crew guys. Not necessarily at the small forward position, but I want to have one of these on my Pro-Am team. You better believe it. He can max out two, might as well say three. We're going to say three. He can max out defending and agility. Strength can be 24 out of 25. I'm going to go ahead and call that a max. His upgradable badges, defensive stopper, pick dodger, pickpocket, chase down artist, charge card. Glass cleaner is something that I thought I would never see. I like this guy. This is Dennis Rodman. In my mind, this is Dennis Rodman. He can do a few things, but most importantly, if he got something in him like a high drive motor that can help him get boards, he's gonna get it. If it's a 50-50 ball, this guy's gonna get it. If it's a ball on the floor, this guy's gonna get it. He's gonna be diving all over the floor. Check him out, y'all. His strength and rebounding maxes out. Nothing else can max out, but defending is pretty high. Layup and dunks is pretty high. Agility is okay. His upgradable badges, you wanna know? Hustle rebounder, that's something new. Break starter, putback king is back, let's get it. Brick wall and bruiser. Now the next thing in this video probably got the most amount of concern from the community. This is the fact that choosing your height changes your ratings, as well as changing your wingspan changes your ratings. People don't like that. I get it though, and I want you guys to understand it as well. I wonder if it's changing your cap. I don't know if it's changing your cap or if it's changing your starting point. Because I mean, the system is kind of NBA Live-ish. With NBA Live, it changes your starting point. you still can get to whatever your caps are. It's just gonna take you longer to get there. So if that's the case, I wonder how much harder it makes you work to get there, because if it's not a big enough of a jump, it's not gonna discourage people from making, big Oompa Loompa looking dudes running up and down the court. I'm gonna show you something that I thought was pretty cool about small forward. Let's go back. 6'7". The game is basically telling you that 6'7" is average, ideal. So at 6'7", nothing changes. Let's see what happens when you go shorter. When you go shorter, your dunking, your ability to rebound and box out, your physicality stuff and your athleticism, some of that stuff suffers. Makes sense to me. Your shooting goes up. I'm not a huge fan of this, but I understand why they did it. I mean, a short guy can't shoot any better than a tall guy, realistically, but for the sake of video games and keeping the integrity, you gotta do something for guys who wanna make short guys. Or if you don't do that, everybody just be tall. Like, it's no advantage to be a shorter guy. And once again, that eliminates the parity that we wanna keep. Wingspan, this one right here had Twitter on fire. People was like, I don't understand how longer arms will make you shoot better. Well, come on, y'all. Let's be real. If you make your guy look like Dalsim from Street Fighter, of course he's gonna be able to contest more shots. He's probably gonna be able to get more steals, play the passing lane better, and even recover when he's out of position on defense. The length of his arm will allow him to do that. So you gotta take something from that, right? Otherwise, we'll all make Dalsim. Come on, y'all. It's not that hard. Y'all get this. So yeah, I'm cool with it. If you want to make your guy look like Kevin Willis, Kevin Willis could like scratch his knees when he was standing up. Like, real talk, check him out. But yeah, I ain't got a problem with this whatsoever. So it's showing you what it feels like is ideal for your wingspan. And then if you want to change it, they give you that creative control. Change it. And it's going to be impacted negatively because of the change. Play your way through college. Folks, last year, NBA 2K16 introduced 10 different colleges that you could choose to attend. They come back this year with 10 different colleges. We got some guys that's missing. Michigan is gone, Texas is gone, UCLA up out of here, Villanova up out of here, Wisconsin kick rocks. We got some new teams added. Can we get Miami though? Can we get Miami? We went to the tourney. Let's get Miami up in there, yo. Alright, so this dude here, I don't know who this guy is, because I was gonna say maybe he's an agent, but you ain't really supposed to have no agent in college. Maybe this kid is adopted. Maybe it's like last year's Spike Lee story where, people who made white my players had black parents and siblings. Maybe that's his daddy. Basically, how well you play on the Prelude is gonna affect where and how high you are drafted once you actually get the final game. Now, Running 2K did confirm that you can buy VC in the Prelude. I don't know why you want to. I don't know. And the VC, of course, would transfer over when you get the final game. Just one thing though, if you buy VC, get your my player iPhone, man. Get him an iPhone. Get him off Team Android or whatever the hell that was in his hand. Get him a better phone if nothing else. Anyway, if you're new here, man, and you enjoyed it, I urge you to subscribe, man. Look, people been sleeping on your boy, but I'm waking their ass up this year. And if you're a regular here, if you already a member of the Wolfpack, man, bang that like button. You already know. That's all you got to do to show your love back to me. I'm out the next time, folks.